right is condition. One of the things, so adversaries, of course, are watching this carefully for this ambiguity. It does present an opportunity for mischief for, someone like Iran or North Korea, both of whom feel they have scores to settle and would look upon this ambiguous time as
Hey, you guys,
as
I'm going to just let you know that this is a live image right now, and we just saw President Trump drive by in that vehicle. It looked like he was waving at supporters. This is right outside Walter Reed. We're working to find out a little bit more information about what's going on. Forgive me for interrupting, but you were watching with us as we're looking at live images. Again, outside Walter Reed, and it appeared inside one of those black SUVs was the President of the United States, who waved at the people who were standing on the sidewalk. We know some of his supporters have been out there with signs, with, cheering and chanting different things. And so, again, live images as we're watching outside Walter Reed, a full entourage of vehicles, and President Trump in one of those vehicles as he waved at supporters as he passed by. You can see clearly there's a lot of law enforcement surrounding the president in those vehicles. We're going to try to bring the video back, and we're rolling on that so we can get another look at exactly what just transpired. And as we watch these images, David, what's your reaction to seeing the president in that vehicle drive by waving at supporters?
Well, first of all, I was stunned.
There he is again. This is tape. This is it.
This is it. Sounds like he's going back to the White House, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know. We don't know where he's going. I can tell our viewers that we were told at the press conference earlier that he could be discharged as soon as tomorrow. So there was no talk about discharge today to return to the White House. We don't know where he's heading in these vehicles. We weren't given any kind of heads up. In fact, the White House press corps was given a lid for the day, usually meaning that there won't be any other statements made. And so we don't know what is taking place right there.
We don't know. The chance is very high. He's in charge, and he told his guys he wants to go home. He wants to go back to the White House. Earlier in the day, Sanjay Gupta, in his wisdom, said he thought it was a mistake for the president to go home tomorrow, to be discharged tomorrow. It was too early. So this is going to raise a lot of questions. Not only where is he going, but why, and how does this fit into his overall health issues?
Right. And again, we don't have all the information, and that's part of the problem. We're showing the video again. We're putting in slow-mo so that we all can get a look as the president's in the vehicle wearing a mask, waving. And let's go live to Jeremy Diamond as we look at this video. He's on scene outside Walter Reed. Jeremy Diamond, what can you tell us about what we just witnessed?
Yeah, well, we just saw the president drive by in the motorcade to wave to supporters. It was a stunning scene. We didn't get any notification, of course. Initially, they started to block off a part of the street right here in front of Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. And then the president's motorcade proceeded to drive down one side of the street where you have several dozen of the president's supporters, and then back around the other side. The president was seated in one of these SUVs. I can't see the screen right now, but I presume you have the video up on the screen. And the president was seated in the back of one of his presidential SUVs. He went along in the motorcade. The motorcade drove by at a pretty slow pace. And the supporters here, of course, for the president went wild as they saw this happen. We saw the president post that video and tweet to his supporters saying that he appreciated all of the support. Sorry, I'm just making sure he's not coming by again here behind my shoulder, but it appears that they're opening the street back up to traffic now. But again, this is the president making his latest attempt yet to show his supporters, to show the country, to show the world, really, that while he is sick with this coronavirus, that he is not near death by any stretch of the imagination. And that is what he is trying to do by coming out here, not only to thank his supporters, but also, of course, to send this sign to the world that he is doing all right. Of course, and part of this, of course, Anna, is being driven by the fact that the president here is really having to come in and take a handle on this messaging that has gone wrong over these last 2 days, where we have heard contradictions between Dr. Sean Conley, the president's physician, and the White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows just yesterday in terms of the president's condition. Now, the president may have been in this motorcade. He may have gone by Walter Reed to wave to his supporters. He was wearing a mask, by the way, from the video that I was able to see of this so far. But let's be clear, the president is facing serious symptoms of the coronavirus. We know that he is not only on this experimental antibody cocktail, he's also on remdesivir, and he is now also on this steroid that is typically only given to people who are experiencing serious symptoms of this virus, and including who need supplemental oxygen. In fact, there are several studies that have shown it can be detrimental to patients who aren't severely sick enough. So the president's condition is still very serious, very significant. Don't let this image of the president deter you from that. But nonetheless, the president coming out here and sending a pretty clear message to the world that he is here, that he is doing